Estudiantes, this section of the video is focused on creating an account in VHL Central-Portales 1. So if you have not done so, please follow these instructions to create an account. You're going to Google or just search in your search bar for vhlcentral.com, and it's going to take you to something very similar to this, or you're going to be able to see VHL Central log in. Of course, in here it remembers my information, but you are going to be able to follow the instructions here. It's going to show you how to create an account if you are a student, okay? So you will have a video in here that is going to explain how to create an account, or you just can click in here, create an account, and it's going to give you the steps to follow to create an account. When you finish that, you're going to have login ID or username. You're going to have a password as well. Please make sure that you keep that safe, because that is the same information you're going to need throughout the semester. You're going to be able to use that information in here once you created your account. You plug it in here like you know in any other website, and you're going to log in. Once you log in, it's going to take you to something like this. And as I said, make sure that that information here is all accurate. And you're going to be able to see the little logo of Portales 1. Make sure this is always the same picture, because as I previously mentioned, VHL Central offers different books and different platforms for Spanish. So make sure you are in the right one, right school, right instructor, but most importantly, right section. This is going to take you to your dashboard, and I already showed you these tabs, and if you have not done so, please go to the previous video where you're going to see the explanation of these tabs. But now I'm going to explain this dashboard that you see in here. You're going to see your due dates, you're going to see the upcoming ones, and whenever these or any of these have passed, you're going to be able to see your previous due dates. Now we have 0 because I'm placing myself on the first day of the assignments of this semester, but if you have passed and you want to check what you did or you didn't do last week, you're going to be able to find that in the previous due dates. Now in here you have August 19th, for example, and this is a Wednesday, and it's telling me that I have 19 activities, and these 19 activities are going to take me 2 hours and 15 minutes. Remember that these are the assignments for the whole week. I can go at any time. I can go on Monday, Sunday, Saturday if I want to, Tuesday, Thursday, but for this particular course, the due date is Wednesday. You're going to see them here. You're going to see that you have several assignments, and you can just click on the assignment to start there. If not, you can obviously use the start button, but that one is going to take me to the specific activity where I clicked on. It's going to give me the option to go fast, to go on a moderate speed, or to go slow. So you can control that. And you're going to click in here, start the activities.
Patricia, le presento a Jorge Perales.
Sometimes you will have the choice to turn this into English to see what they're saying, and go back to Spanish to see the transcript of that question.
Encantada.
Okay, what we need to do here is to listen, but also to repeat the sentences, because that's how we are going to learn, of course. Okay, so make sure that you have all of that you click on each one, and obviously that is going to take you some time within those 2 hours and 50 minutes that are going to be distributed in the week. I am expecting you to log in more than once, so you don't have to spend all that time at once. But of course, that is your choice. You can also go here to the next activity. You're going to say next activity here. I'm going to show you. It's on the corner where the camera is. That's why you cannot see it, but now you can see it. It's going to say next activity, and it's going to take you to the next in our list for the day. So of course there are some instructions in here that are going to tell you how to navigate this. You can just close them if you're familiar with that. For example, in here it says listen and repeat. That is our instruction. And I'm going to start.
Patricia, le presento a Jorge Perales.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Encantada.
To repeat, and then you're going to see and hear the next one.
Igualmente.
Igualmente.
¿De dónde es usted, señorita?
¿De dónde es usted, señorita? So I'm going to be practicing that. Now you're going to see that some of those are going to have a check mark
¿Y usted?
when they are completed. You can go to the next one. But since I have not finished that one is not going to have a check mark. So you have to make sure that they do have the check mark in order to be completed 100%. Okay? Now there's another tutorial in here. It's the same listen and repeat. Let's skip that for now. And let's go to this other activity. Well, this seems to be the same listen and repeat because these are the previous the first activities of the semester, so they are all going to be about tutorials and show you how to start with the pronunciation of Spanish words. But for example, this one is practice, and this one has a play button, it has a volume button, so you can play with that, and you're going to be able to choose the one that is correct, like it says in here. Now, another thing that I like in here, well, I don't like this so much because it's very small, but I do like the fact that it's here. It says vocabulary list, so if you need your vocabulary while you are answering your assignments, please feel free to click in there and you're going to be able to see the vocabulary that we need for that specific activity. So you're going to see in here, it gives you the choice to see it both in Spanish and English, only in English, or only in Spanish or only in English, but obviously it wouldn't make sense that you also only see the English section because you're not going to be able to see the Spanish for it. So I always recommend you to do the Spanish and English, and if you click in there, you're going to be able to hear the pronunciation.
Hola.
Okay, and the translation in here. Now, if you want to hear the whole section, you can also click in here.
Despedidas.
Adiós.
Nos vemos. Hasta luego.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta pronto. Hasta mañana. Saludos a... Chao.
So that's very useful if you don't remember or if you need some help to answer to these and complete these activities. So that is going to be there, and this little icon is really tiny, but this is going to take us to our book. So in here it says that I need to be focusing on page 2 to 5. So let's go to page 2 to 5. You can type this in here. Let's go to page 2. It's going to be the greetings. As I said, you can use the zoom. You're going to see all the vocab in English and Spanish. You're going to see little pictures in here with people talking. You can flip the page. You're going to see some of these activities that are going to come later in our VHL Central assignments. So these activities sometimes are in different format, but we are going to find them in our dashboard. But it is very important that you keep an eye on your e-companion. That e-companion is your book. So mainly that's what I wanted to show you. And if you have any questions, you can also communicate with me through this platform. And before I go there, I want to show you there's a dictionary included in here. If you want to use, let's say that you don't know the word casa. I don't know, that's the one that comes to mind right now. And I know that's a Spanish word, but I don't really know what it means. So let me do Spanish-English translation. And it's going to tell me how it is pronounced.
Casa.
And it's going to give me the definitions. In here, there are some examples. Okay. So that is our dictionary that we can find in here. I click something on the corner. Let me just go back. And again, you can access the vocabulary tools from there. And it's going to take you to the flashcards or to the vocabulary list. So there are plenty of resources in VHL Central. Sometimes they are a little bit hidden, but if you find them, they are going to be great to use. You can see as well that you have 3 attempts in here, and you can try that 3 times until you get it right. So that is good. And just I want to show you the last thing, which I think is very useful. If you really think that there's something that you did right, but it keeps telling you is wrong, you can ask me. You can ask your instructor, and you're going to be able to say, for example, in here, I clicked de donde eres, and it marked that it was wrong, but I'm convinced that it's right. So I'm going to say in here, Miss Mariela, I believe that my answers are correct, but the system keeps marking them wrong. What is the mistake? What is the mistake? Thank you. So I'm going to look at this. Of course, it's not real time because I'm going to be teaching or doing something else. Whenever I come to the system, to the platform, I will be able to see those. Please allow me a couple of days to get to those, because sometimes I do have, a lot of students asking, but as soon as I realize and as soon as I can, I will reply to that. So please use that feature to ask something if you have reviewed the vocab and if you have reviewed the grammar and you realize that it's still marking you wrong despite the fact that you think that you're right. So you will always have those features in there to help you get through the assignments. So please do not hesitate to use those every time. So same in here is going to display all the activities, and I just want you to show you that this is very user friendly as long as you put some time into discovering the new the features and how this works. So it is very important. All of them are going to give you these materials in here. For example, this one also has a grammar explanation, and that is going to explain the whole thing. Besides the vocab, this is going to give you an explanation how these numbers work and what are some exceptions and some things to consider in this grammar point. So those are a lot of resources that you can use in VHL Central Portales 1.